Welcome back to Second and Short. It is Monday, October 21st, 2024. Colin didn't copy me. I was kind of surprised. It's NFL Week 7. Got a lot going on there. Sunday Night Football about to get started here as we're recording. The Yankees have punched their ticket to the World Series. They will be there as of last night. Me and Colin watched Colin's friend, Hunter Gaddis, unfortunately blow that game. More Brian Rocchio's fault. We'll get to it. Dodgers and Mets about to begin Game 6 as we're speaking as well. College football, madness. You had Texas going down. Alabama goes down again. A lot more big games than just that this week, but the weekend isn't quite over. Because if you're listening to this right now on Monday, that means that we will be live tonight at 8 p.m. for the first ever third and long live stream. The idea has finally left the group chat. That's like exactly what this is. It's me, it's Colin, Nathan, who's behind the camera right now, and friend of the program and Second and Short draft expert Mike Lawal joining us on the program. We'll be sitting on the couch in here watching both Monday Night Football games, and potentially, if the Mets and Dodgers series is going to Game 7, we'll be watching Game 7 of the NLCS. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be live right here on the YouTube. If you're not on YouTube right now, go subscribe to the YouTube so that you see when we go live. It goes live. I think we're going to start at 8 p.m. So be ready. Be in there. We got 8:15 start for one game, 9 o'clock start for the other game. I think if we get Game 7, it will start at 8 p.m. as well. It's going to be a hell of a night. First ever third and long stream. Are you excited, Colin?
Very excited.
It's
going to be a long night.
Yeah, this is something we floated around the idea of doing like the game day stream, like watch-alongs. We just never decided to do it, and then we'll explain it a little bit more on the live stream of how this came to be and like the third and long and all that stuff. Pretty obvious, but we'll talk about the history of it, and now the first time we're doing it live. So, like I said, make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube. Of course, like this video and comment on this video. And for the podcast listeners, follow, rate 5 stars, and then go over to the YouTube and subscribe so you know when we go live tonight as you're listening. Also, follow us on IG. That's where we're going to give any more information you might need about the live stream or anything else that we're doing. And join the Second and Short subreddit, r/2ndand short. Colin, this has been a hell of an NFL Week 7. How are we feeling just going into the week?
Weird?
Yeah. Okay. I think that's fair. That is fair. We had a number of weird injuries, big injuries,
weird
kind of small injuries. Yeah, weird performances from some players and weird underperformances from others. Like, it was an odd week thus far, and we still have 3 games to be played as we speak. So, yeah, today we're talking NFL Week 7, MLB playoffs, College Football Week 8, which was madness. The AP poll that came out, which is definitely got some surprises, but I think a very good list. And then we'll talk about beer bets and make our beer bets the next week. Hint, I won again. Guess which games. All right, without further ado, let's get into NFL Week 7. And we'll start with Thursday Night Football. Bit of a weird game to start everything off.
I wanted to throw up.
Yeah, the third and long crew was in Discord on Thursday night watching this game after me and Luke completed our recording for the Friday episode, and we had a Broncos win, 33-10. Bo Nix versus Spencer Rattler, and I'm going to be honest, Spencer Rattler did not have that bad of a game. He just had no offensive line
or offensive weapons.
Yeah, or offensive weapons. Yeah, it was rough day. Really, really rough day. And AK could not get going in the run game because the offensive line was so bad. On the Denver side, though, Bo Nix really didn't have to do much. He really didn't either. It's not that he didn't have to. He didn't because he was running the ball extremely well. And so was Javonte Williams. 14 carries, 88 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns for him.
Yeah, what a week for him to, get things going.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yay. Yippee. Great.
So we have an interesting scenario here because on Monday night, when we are streaming in here, Colin is facing Mike, who will be here sitting right next to him on the couch. And I am facing Nathan, who will be to my right while we are live. And both of them have players playing, I believe, in those Monday night games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm up by 100 right now. Nathan has 3 players to play. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I don't have much to say. Can we look at the sack numbers? Obviously, Bo Nix did not get sacked in this game, which is pretty insane. Who got the sacks, though, for the Broncos?
Everybody.
Yeah, it was all kind of spread out. Nobody had like a outstanding game more than anybody else did. I don't even know how to say that first name. Sternad? Justin Sternad? I don't know. Cody Barton, Jaquan McMillan. The list goes on Nick Bonito. Yeah, I'm not too worried about continuing to talk about this game. Everybody knows what happened. The Broncos kicked the Saints' ass.
I am up 23 points on Mike right now.
It is going to be a close one.
And he has Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, Patriots 16, Jaguars 32 over in old London.
Much better game than I thought it would be.
Yeah, me too. Started off, Patriots were kind of rolling. I thought Drake May was about to do something, and then Jacksonville decided, let's just put up 22 points in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. Take Bigsby, animal. No Travis. I keep mixing up Travis and Trevor. Well, when I watch a Georgia game to end my night last night and the Jaguars game to start my day the next day, it's hard to keep up with which Etienne it is.
Just give it some time, and then they'll both be Jags.
Or give it some time, and both of them will be in like the XFL.
Nah.
No. But Tank Bigsby is trying to put Travis Etienne in the XFL. 26 carries, 118, 2 touchdowns. Trevor had a pretty solid day, 15 for 20, 193, 1 touchdown. Most offense that we really get to see in London, that's for sure. Drake May had a good game. 26 for 37, 276, 2 touchdowns. No picks from either quarterback, which is pretty surprising. Got sacked twice, but that's not too big of a deal. Big thing for the Patriots, could not run the ball whatsoever.
No.
And obviously the Jags were commanding the clock. They had one of their drives. I don't know if you'll be able to see, like, can you go to the like play-by-play thing and see how long that one drive was? They had a drive that started with 7 minutes left in the third quarter, and they took it all the way into the fourth quarter. It was unreal. There's one drive that will be, 11 minutes and 24-second drive that ended on a turnover on downs.
17 plays is insane.
Yeah, 17 plays, 84 yards. Yeah, it was pretty much all runs.
And there.
Now, there was a decent amount of short passes, but
there.
they ran the ball a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was more at the end of the game when they ran a ton of runs in a row. But, that drive was unreal when it came to just, like, clock management. It was crazy. But, the Jaguars end up just taking care of business after a hell of a second quarter.
Yeah, they're starting to make a fight back in the AFC South. You know, Tennessee.
It's the worst damn division, too.
Tennessee can't get their shit together. And,
yeah.
The Colts look rough. Houston is just fighting injuries right now.
Yeah. It's an interesting conference right now because I thought they were going to be a lot better than they are. But nonetheless, the Patriots do suck. Like, Drake May looked good, and they still sucked.
Yeah. I mean, what is it? When your top receiver is Hunter Henry, it's not going to be a good day.
Yeah, and what really sucks is for both of these teams, despite how this game went, they're screwed in their upcoming schedules. Like, Jaguars have to run the gauntlet for multiple weeks. I've talked about the schedule like 3 episodes in a row, but Packers, Eagles, Vikings, Lions, bye week, Texans.
Yeah.
Brutal. And the Patriots doesn't get much better. They've got Jets, Titans, Bears, Rams, which isn't that bad. The end of their schedule is really the problem when it's Cardinals, Bills, Chargers, Bills. Really just 2 Bills at the end sucks. Nonetheless, Patriots probably won't win another game, but they could. Let's talk about the 1 o'clock games. I hate that this game even happened. Seahawks 34, Falcons 14. What the hell was Kirk doing?
Throwing picks and fumbling the ball.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, in one of the picks it was totally Drake London's fault for dropping the pass.
Yeah.
And that was in a position where, like, we could have made it a 1-score game.
Mm-hmm.
He catches that ball, we extend the drive, we score a touchdown into a 1-score game.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, we waste a hell of a performance out of Bijan Robinson by just throwing it away, essentially.
Yep.
Which just really pissed me off because, like, we started off the game, it was slow, whatever. We didn't score in the first quarter. Seahawks only scored 3 points. The Seahawks have a good second quarter, put up 14. They're up 17-7 going into half. You expect the Falcons to turn it up, start passing the ball more efficiently, doing what they've done all year, in the second half to win games. They just didn't. They got worse somehow in the second half. I don't know what the deal was, but yeah, Kirk just was not very accurate. Despite the fact that this Seahawks defense has given up, at least 250 passing yards to the last 3 quarterbacks they faced, and then Kirk comes out and throws 232 and 2 interceptions.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, pretty solid day for him. 14 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was his first career game with a rushing and receiving touchdown.
Yes.
Which that receiving touchdown was phenomenal. He looked like a true wide receiver when he caught that ball.
Yeah, 2 receptions, 24 in that touchdown, which was beautiful pass as well. DK Metcalf had a great game. Only 4 receptions on 7 targets, but 99 yards and a touchdown.
He only played like the first half, didn't he?
Yeah, he ended up. I think he left sometime late in the third quarter, but he did not play the end of the game. And then on the Atlanta side, Kyle Pitts is involved as ever. 7 receptions on 9 targets, 65 yards. It was just a lot of underneath passes. Penalties were a big issue for Atlanta throughout like the second and third quarter, which is kind of when they looked the worst defensively. Drake London, 6 receptions, 63 and a touchdown, but nobody else really showed up all that much. It was just it was gross. And then you have the Kirk Cousins fumble that was forced by Boye Mafe and then taken back for a touchdown. Just absolute mess, honestly.
Yeah, listen, it was just the turnovers that killed us.
Yeah,
that's really it.
And it didn't help that I think it was like early in the third quarter, Matthew Bergeron went down with an injury, and then the guy that we bring in ends up, I think, committing a hold and like giving up 2 sacks. So just a tough loss. Did not want that one to happen, considering the Seahawks defense has been so bad and they're hurt, but it's whatever. Got to the point at the end where they brought in Penix, and it was bad. You had Penix handing the ball off to Jace McClellan and completing passes to Casey Washington.
Hell, that's your Atlanta football right there.
I think it's brighter than them, hopefully.
No.
I don't know. We'll see. Next game, though, Titans 10, Bills 34. This one started out shaky. Yeah. Titans were up 10-0 at one point. Josh Allen looked brutal in the first half. They finally get a touchdown there. I believe James Cook was the first touchdown scorer of the day. It's 10-7 going into half, and then Buffalo just totally took over in the second half. Mason Rudolph got the start for the Titans. Will Levis was inactive. Mason Rudolph, 25 for 40, 215, had a touchdown, 1 interception, 3 sacks, 15 sack yards. His second half was abysmal. He started this game I think he was 15 for 16, and then to end 25 for 40 is pretty brutal, but they really couldn't get anything efficient going in the running game. Tony Pollard was fine, 16 carries, 61 yards, and Buffalo also couldn't really run the ball that well until it got to the red zone where James Cook and Ray Davis both had touchdowns.
Who's Julius Chestnut?
I don't know, but it's a great name. It's a great name. No Tyjae Spears this week.
That's probably why they lost.
Had to
Sacred
come
Heart.
to Sacred Heart's Julius Chestnut. He looks so much older than 23. It is about to be his birthday, so I guess.
I'm sorry.
Nah, he doesn't look 24 either. Sorry.
There's no way that man's 23.
He doesn't even look like he looks like that looks like an offensive lineman's headshot.
There's no way that's him. Absolutely no way.
I don't know.
That
Maybe
dude
it
right
is.
there is 42.
Maybe it is. He's 5'11", 228. That's kind of a tall running back. 5'11". I feel like most running backs are what? Okay, I know Derrick Henry's tall, but
Derrick Henry's an outlier of running back.
yeah, definitely. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the receiving performances for Buffalo. Keon Coleman showed up this week, despite 7 targets, only 4 receptions, which isn't that bad. 4 receptions, 125. Absurd, including a 57-yard reception. Amari Cooper, in his debut, got a touchdown. 4 receptions, 66 yards with that touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 7 receptions, 65 yards in this game. Nathan,
did you see the touchdown clip for Amari Cooper?
Yeah, he didn't know the play.
Yeah,
he had no idea.
He had to ask Keon Coleman, the rookie, what the play was or what he was supposed to do, and Keon just kind of pointed and said, "Yeah, go over there."
Yeah,
and it worked. Run right there.
Yeah, on the Titans side, nobody really had a great receiving day. The one receiving touchdown was caught by Nick Westbrook-Akeen. He had 2 receptions for 10 yards, and that included the touchdown.
Look at Calvin Ridley getting involved.
A little bit. Yeah, 9 targets, 3 receptions. Shout out Calvin
You'd love
Ridley.
to see it.
Maybe just pleading for a trade with that one. D-Hop, horrendous. 1 target in this game. He caught it for -2 yards.
He has beef with Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, Julius Chestnut, better wide receiver than DeAndre Hopkins. And shout out Shig Okonkwo. 4 receptions, 50 yards for him. Not much else to talk about. Yeah, Mason Rudolph fumbled the ball 3 times. He recovered one of them. He lost one of them. And then I think Tony Pollard recovered one of them. And DeAndre Hopkins also lost the fumble.
Lloyd Cushenberry III.
You've never heard that name?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, I know the name.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying. Shout out AJ Epinesa and then the combined powers of Greg Russo and DeJuan Smoot. DeQuan Jones, yeah, shout out. 1 tackle in the game was a sack. All right, let's move on to the next game, though. This one was interesting, I guess.
Oh.
Bengals 21, Browns 14. Bad guy, Deshaun Watson.
Down goes Watson.
Well, before that happened, he was already getting booed all game because this offense was putrid. It was horrendous. And like they went for 2 in the second quarter after scoring their first touchdown in the game, and then they didn't get it, so they were just down 7-6 going into half, which makes you look so stupid. Or did they miss an extra point?
Missed an extra point.
Oh, that's worse. Joe Burrow was pretty fine, I guess, in this game. He was fine. Oh, yeah, Dustin Hopkins just missed the PAT. That's my bad. Nick Chubb is back, and he scored that rushing touchdown in the second quarter. I feel like you wanted to see more out of this Bengals offense. They could not run the ball very well. Chase Brown got 15 carries for only 44 yards. He had almost that on 1 run last week. Jamar Chase did have 1 rush for 11 yards to start off a drive on like the 20-yard line.
You love to see it.
Yeah, it was an interesting way to start a drive. Nick Chubb really didn't have a good game outside of the touchdown. 11 carries, 22 yards.
Expect him to have a good
Yeah,
game.
exactly. I didn't either. Receiving wise, none of the quarterbacks really threw for a lot either. So nobody had a crazy game in the receiving game. T. Higgins had a good day, 4 receptions.
David
David Njoku was getting fed. 10 receptions is unreal.
14 targets.
Yeah, and then
Peanut's got 12 targets.
Peanut. Cedric Tillman, 12 targets, 8 receptions, 81 yards. On the Cincinnati side, T. Higgins had a great touchdown reception, also 4 receptions, 82 yards on top of it, and then Jamar also a 5 reception day, 55 yards and a touchdown for him. It just seemed like the Bengals didn't have any huge plays like we've been used to in that offense, especially in the games where the offense looks good, and the offense really didn't look that good. So it kind of explains itself. But yeah, Bengals, just a lot to be desired here. The biggest news that comes out of this game, of course, is Deshaun Watson going down with what clearly is like a textbook-looking torn Achilles. Karma, I guess. And
But the thing is,
Browns fans were booing him when he tore his Achilles.
as much as you hate to see it, this is a good thing for the Browns.
He probably is.
Like, I hate to be that guy, but like the coaches were dumb to leave Deshaun Watson in there for as long as they did.
Yeah, the problem is that you pay him so much money, it's kind of hard to be like, okay, let's just bench this guy and not play him at all. It's just it's a little tough.
And Jameis Winston comes in the game. What does he do? Throws a touchdown.
That's true. DTR was fun to watch sometimes.
He likes to scramble a lot.
Yeah, he likes to make me want to watch him for like 5 seconds.
See, watching DTR, I tend to agree with Nathan. You maybe call out running back every once in a while.
That's fair. That's how he was at UCLA.
Yeah,
That's
that's the type of player he is.
He was coached by Chip Kelly, so it makes sense. Let's go ahead and what are you looking up, Nathan? Oh,
But
okay.
if I'm the Browns, Jameis Winston is my starter for the rest of the season.
Unfortunately, I do think DTR probably will be the starter next week. I know he left this game, but he seems to be fine.
Yeah, 2 picks is great.
Yeah, it's just I guess they favor the young guy, but Jameis Winston still deserves a shot.
I feel
Just
like Jameis
putting
gives
it out
them
there.
a better chance to win.
Hey, look, if Geno and Sam Darnold can get over it, Jameis can do it. And Marcus Mariota had a great day today. It's further proof that Jameis Winston needs a shot. Just saying. Let's go to the next game, though. A real nail biter. all the way down to the end. Texans 22, Packers 24. This is a damn good game to watch.
Yeah, unless you're CJ Stroud, then you wanted this game over as soon
but
as
like
possible.
having this game on simultaneously with Lions Vikings, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes, crazy to follow those games to the end. Texans, like I said, 22. Green Bay Packers get the win, 24. Brand new kicker on the team. What's his name again? Who was it?
Andrews.
No. Daniel, no, that's Brandon McManus. Yeah. Brandon McManus kicks the game-winning field goal, 45-yarder, and they kind of went back and forth. Kymie Fairburn took the lead with a field goal when they were down 21-19, and then Brandon McManus kicks the game winner later on. It was a fantastic ending to the game, but let's scroll back up and talk about the quarterback performances. CJ Stroud had approximately 0 seconds in the pocket every snap. It was unreal how bad that offensive line looked against this Green Bay pass rush.
It was insane.
He was 10 for 21 with 86 yards and no touchdowns, no picks. He got sacked 4 times for 31 yards. It didn't even look right. Like every single time he rolled out of he got the snap, he was immediately moving out of the pocket. It was crazy. Obviously, Joe Mixon is like top 3 running back in the league this year. What?
Top 3?
I think. Derrick Henry is probably number 1, but he's also played every game. Joe Mixon was hurt for like 3 weeks.
I'm definitely putting Derrick Henry, Saquon,
and then Joe Mixon.
I got to come back on that.
Okay. I think Joe Mixon's up there for sure. Aaron Jones maybe has a claim to it as well, but it's also just from playing every game. He rushed for another fantastic game. 25 carries, 115, 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs had a decent day, 12 carries, 76 yards, just didn't get in the end zone. Jordan Love, I can't figure him out.
Yeah, he's the new Jared Goff.
Yeah, but the thing is they won. 24 for 33, 220, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. His, I believe, 8th interception of the year, his 7th and 8th interception of the year, and he missed 2 games. He's only played 5 games. He throws so many picks, but he is so much fun to watch. Like, receiving-wise, he spreads the ball out with perfection. Like, he does not favor anybody. It's actually insane.
Yeah. 1 week it can be Dontavian Wicks. Wow.
Weeks.
Next is Bo Melton.
Yeah, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson,
Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, it could be Tucker Kraft's
Still
week.
waiting on that Luke Musgrave breakout performance.
I think the only thing that's going to break out is his brain from his head. Nathan, can you scroll down real quick so we can see those exact receiving numbers for Green Bay? Yeah, Romeo Doubs led the way this week. Did we even say that name? No, of course not. He's one of the best on the team. 8 receptions, 94 yards for him. Dontavian Wicks, 3 receptions, 48. He had a touchdown. Tucker Kraft, 3 receptions, 33. He got a touchdown. Josh Jacobs got his first career receiving touchdown.
That's insane.
How does that make any sense?
That's insane.
This guy led the league in rushing one year and was also one of the best receiving backs in the same year and didn't catch a touchdown, probably because he was on the Raiders. And how do you go this long in the league without a receiving touchdown at running back? Kind of insane. Texans, obviously, there was nobody of note in the receiving game. What was Stephon Diggs? he had his first reception was for 1 yard. His second reception was for 2.
Yeah.
And his third one, I think, was for 2 as well.
1. It was the third one was for 1, and then it went to 7.
Yes.
And then 2.
Yeah. He couldn't get anything going. And then at some point he had a 17-yarder.
Oh, sorry.
I think the one you said was 7 was probably
17, not 7.
Yeah,
I was
he had
looking
7
at
targets. Yeah. Yeah, just a weird day for Stephon Diggs. Tank Dell, 4 targets, 0 receptions. 2 of them were like in the end zone, thrown out of bounds over past him. Kind of unfortunate day for him. But it was really just came down to the same thing we've been talking about. CJ Stroud had 0 seconds in the pocket.
Look, he'll bounce back. Who they got next week?
They've got the Colts.
Yeah, they'll bounce back.
Yeah.
Especially if Anthony Richardson's playing.
Yeah, they'll get the ball in fantastic field position if he is playing. Let's move on, though, to Dolphins 10, Colts 16. Oh,
We don't have to play the song, right?
No, we're not playing the song. They don't deserve it.
Even though the Miami one was a good
The
one.
Miami one was a good one. Shout out Blue-Eyed Seth.
Really sounded like a dolphin there at the end.
Yeah. Tyler Huntley is so bad. Also a Pro Bowler. I'm legally obligated to say.
Yeah, he pays me a lot of money.
Yeah,
for us.
Tyler Huntley funds this podcast. No, he doesn't. He's welcome to, though. Seven completions, 13 attempts, 87 yards, and a touchdown, and an injury that made him leave the game. Then we got old Timothy Boyle, 8 for 13, 74 yards. Surprisingly, didn't throw a pick, nor did he get sacked. Anthony Richardson also surprisingly did not throw a pick. He just couldn't throw to anybody. 10 for 24. No touchdowns, no picks, no sacks. Anthony Richardson did have 56 yards on the ground on 14 carries. Tyler Goodson also had 14 carries for less yards, but he had a touchdown. Miami, three-headed monster in the backfield. It's just like, how is it even fair to have those three guys on your roster? You have Devon A. Train, 15 carries, 77 yards. Raheem Mostert, 11 carries, 50 yards. Jalen Wright, 5 carries, 33 yards. Unreal, these guys. Alec Ingold, the fullback, had a negative 1 yard carry and a 0 yard carry, I believe. But he did have receiving yards.
And he fumbled.
One reception, 25 yards. He also did fumble. Jonnu Smith had an insane game for some reason.
Tyreek must have caught a pass on the last drive.
Yeah, Tyreek must have caught a pass late because we were kind of watching Tyreek and we noticed he had 1 target for 0 receptions for most of the game.
No, going into the fourth quarter, your wide receiver 1, 2, and 3, no receptions.
Yeah, and your wide receiver 3 and Odell Beckham Jr. didn't get one at all. But Jonnu Smith had 7 on 7 targets for 96 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, but it's just like only 2 targets for Tyreek Hill. I don't care who you are and what kind of quarterback you are. Tyreek needs minimum 8.
Exactly. Like, even if you have, like, Kenny Moore and a linebacker, like, dropping into coverage on him.
EJ Speed.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Whoever it is, you should still probably throw to Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Tyler Huntley is good at throwing downfield.
Yeah, except when he overthrows Tyreek or underthrows him.
That's true. This game was ass cheeks.
But it sounded like Tua's trying to get back by week.
He is. He is trying to get back. We likely won't see Tyler Huntley next week.
Dumb call.
What?
For Tua to come back.
Oh yeah, 100%. If he's not wearing a Guardian cap, literally bench him.
Yeah.
If he's not going to wear a Guardian cap, he's got to be out of his mind.
Yeah, I don't want to turn him into a real life gummy bear.
Oh my god. Cue the Gummy Bear song. Grant Stewart and Zaire Franklin had 19 and 16 total tackles respectively. Zaire Franklin only had 5 solo.
He was just all over the field, bro.
Yeah, he was just helping everybody out, sharing the love. Grant Stewart had 11 solo and a tackle for loss. But let's move on to games that actually matter. Lions 31, Vikings 29. Another nail biter, and the Vikings are no longer undefeated. What a game, though, by the Lions. Like, Jared Goff, so accurate. These couple, like, in their wins, he is unreal.
Yeah.
22 for 25. I think at halftime he only had 1 incompletion. Ends the game with 280, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He did get sacked 4 times. Not really going to blame him for that one because the Vikings' pass rush has been lethal. Darnold, almost as accurate of a game. 22 for 27, 259. Touchdown, a pick, and 4 sacks as well, but only for 15 yards. Run game for both teams, absolutely killed it. Jahmyr Gibbs was running he was on a mission.
Yeah.
From the jump, he was on a mission.
Yeah, it was dangerous.
Yeah, 15 carries, 116, 2 touchdowns, he had along a 45. David Montgomery left this game for an extended period of time, so he only got 31 rushing yards, but not a horrible day considering he missed quite a bit of this game. On the Minnesota side, Aaron Jones kind of just doing his thing that he's done all year. 14 carries, 93 yards, and a touchdown. Sam Darnold, 4 carries, 39 on the ground. In the receiving game, the Lions just looked they just looked so right. Nathan, if you'll scroll real quick.
This man's slacking.
Yeah,
today.
I don't know what he's doing over there, bro. Get off your phone. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 receptions, 112, and a touchdown. Khalif Raymond also had a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 4 receptions, 44 yards. Colin, what just happened? What is the update? Kyle Shanahan says that 49ers are worried that Brandon Ayuk tore his ACL. All right, we'll get to that game shortly. Sorry for the headphone listeners. Justin Jefferson and Jalen Naylor leading the way for the Vikings side. 7 receptions, 81 yards, and a touchdown. If you're wondering why that's such a problem, Colin has Brandon Ayuk in fantasy.
Just traded.
Traded it for him. Yeah. 4 receptions, 76 yards for Jalen Naylor.
Yeah, hold on. Ronnie, you knew, didn't you?
Ronnie,
you knew this shit was going to happen. We got beef.
All right. You called him out. He's going to have to get in the YouTube comments on the live stream. All right. The defenses for both sides is not a big deal. They scored a bunch of points.
Brian Branch.
Brian
Branch.
Good Lord, man.
Dude is insane.
Yeah, Brian Branch is an animal. So is Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson had some unreal catches in this game.
But
yeah,
Brian Branch is Brian Branch.
Yeah, Brian Branch was unreal. Ivan Pace Jr. had a touchdown as well. Andrew Van Ginkel was a menace, as always. 2 sacks in this one.
Defensive player of the year right there.
He was an animal for sure. But yeah, Brian Branch had the pick. You had Will Reichard was fucking money.
Dude, he's
money.
Is he top 5 kicker this year?
Potentially. 3 for 3, long of 57.
Has he missed one this year?
I don't know, but he hit 3 of them in the fourth quarter.
And still lost.
Yeah.
Really?
Or no, he didn't hit 3 in the fourth quarter.
No.
He hit 2 in the fourth quarter.
Really, this game just comes down to that Sam Darnold interception.
Yeah.
It literally just comes down to that.
Yeah.
Because they were driving. What?
No, you looked like you were about to turn and say something. All right.
But it's.
Well, yeah, because it hasn't updated in fantasy.
So they're driving down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Worst case scenario, field goal.
Yeah.
Those 3 points would have been insanely crucial.
Yeah, well, and also, I believe they missed a 2-point conversion in the fourth quarter.
Did they?
I think so. I can't exactly remember, but I think they did.
Yeah.
They failed the 2-point conversion after that fumble return for a touchdown. That was the difference. That would have been the difference in this game. Yeah, Jake Bates hit the game winner, 44-yard, and left like 15 seconds on the clock. Minnesota just couldn't get down the field. Yeah, shout out to the Lions ending the undefeated streak and making themselves number 1 in the NFC North.
Yeah.
Which is impressive because that division is unreal.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like I thought there'd be a weird transition phase here for the Vikings at quarterback. Sam Darnold hasn't even missed a step. I thought, you game plan for JJ, he gets hurt immediately. Then it gets passed over to Darnold.
Darnold was like, I bet.
Yeah, Darnold has taken every opportunity he's gotten and
He
just
was like,
run
Cheddars,
with
where
it.
you at? All right, cool.
Yeah, and also decided to make Jalen Naylor an actual contributor on a playoff team.
And they're getting Jordan Addison back from that injury that he had, so he's
exactly. And then Aaron Jones is like showing like maybe his best year of his career.
And it helps that the Vikings actually have a good defense this year.
Oh, their defense is beautiful. I thought they were really going to be missing Daniil Hunter. They literally just replaced him with the guy that the Texans were replacing in Jonathan Renard, and worked out in both teams' favors, honestly.
And even though Harrison Smith is old as shit,
still a dog.
He looks great.
Still a dog.
He looks great.
So does Stephon Gilmore. He looks pretty good too.
How is he still playing?
Don't know. All right, let's go to our next game here. Eagles 28, Giants 3.
This was the Eagles team we needed to see.
Yeah.
Mainly, this was the Saquon Barkley we needed to see.
Exactly.
This
was the Saquon Barkley revenge game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jalen Hurts was hot ass. He was.
Yeah.
10 for 14, 114, and a touchdown. He did nothing.
He stole 2 touchdowns from Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, that is true. He did steal 2 touchdowns. But then again,
it happened again.
Yeah, no, they did the oldest trick in the book, which is have Saquon Barkley get you all the way down the field and then be like, oh, you need a break. Let's give Kenneth Gainwell some carries. And then he would get them to the 1-yard line, and then Jalen Hurts would run it in. It's like clockwork. Nick Sirianni's the most predictable guy ever, and somehow he gets away with it.
Saquon could have easily had over 200 yards, too. I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
Saquon, I don't think he played like.
Well, he also had a lot of receiving yards. I believe at one point he had 180. Or I think going into the third quarter, he had 180 yards, and the Giants had 150 yards total.
Yeah. I don't think he played the fourth quarter at all.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
And, I think I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Also, Tyrone Tracy, human. In case anybody was wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Giants ended the game with 119 total. Saquon rushed for 176. How many receiving yards did Saquon have?
Not much.
11. Oh, whatever. All right. Well, A.J. Brown, they had 10 receptions as a team. Yeah, like we said, 10 for 14.
5 of them, I think, were to A.J. Brown.
Yeah. Yep, they were. It was an interesting game, to say the least. Devontae Smith did nothing.
He had one catch, which was a screen pass, and it got blown up.
Yeah. Yeah. Super weird day for a lot of wide receivers. A lot of weird games.
It's like, so Devontae Smith fantasy owners, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
if you own a Devontae in fantasy, except maybe Devontae Adams tonight.
Listen, that is literally one of the reasons that I would never target a wide receiver on the Eagles.
That's true. You never know.
They're so run heavy, and Jalen Hurts
Yeah.
is going to run any second he gets.
Yeah. Of course, Jalen Hyatt was not involved because Malik Neighbors is back. He got 4 receptions on 8 targets. A lot of misses by Daniel Jones.
We'd love to see it.
I don't. Wan'Dale Robinson, he also got a bunch of targets. At some point, Drew Lock did enter the game. I think it was just because they were getting their asses
at one
kicked.
point, it was Kenny Pickett versus Drew Lock.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett versus Drew Lock is a nightmare scenario. Like, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see, like, what would that be, 2 years ago on the Broncos versus the Steelers in Kenny Pickett's rookie year?
Yeah, that was primetime Thursday night football.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude, that probably was a Thursday night football game that we're forgetting.
Seahawks versus Steelers.
Ugh, gross. Jalen Carter had 2 sacks, so did Nakobe Dean. Go Dogs. And Nolan Smith had 1. It was all dogs. Bryce Huff, not a dog. Well, dog, not a dog.
Josh Sweat, not a dog.
No, Josh Sweat, Seminole. Jalix Hunt with the other sack. A lot of sacks.
They were
a lot of them. 8 sacks.
They were feeling it after that Saturday night dub.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out all the dogs. For all the dogs. Shout out Sexy Dexy as well. 2 sacks for Sexy Dexy. I think he might be leading the NFL in sacks.
That was TJ.
Might be TJ.
It was Hutch.
Yeah, it was Hutch. That's unfortunate. Shout out Hutch though.
It still might
Lions.
be. It
Lions
might be
won
Hutch.
that game for Hutch.
Yeah.
That would be crazy if he comes back from that injury for the Super Bowl.
He's the captain. Oh, dude, I can see it now.
Hutch is the current leader, but okay. So yeah, Dexter Lawrence took the lead. All right, whatever. Let's move on to an even worse game that me and Colin, I think, watched approximately 30 seconds of. It was one of 3 4 o'clock games.
Raiders-Rams.
Raiders 15, Rams 20.
There was no way I was watching this game.
Yeah.
Nothing mattered.
Gardner Minshew ended up taking over for for Aiden O'Connell, who got hurt early in the game.
Were you about to say Alex Earl?
I was about to say Alex O'Connell. I don't know why.
I thought you were going to say.
I was not going to say Alex Earl. Shout out Braxton Berrios. I'm sure he did nothing this week, if I had to guess.
You've been running through my mind all day.
All right. Gardner Minshew came in for the injured Aiden O'Connell early in this game and had a stinker as well. 15 for 34, 154, 3 picks, no touchdowns. He's so bad. And Matthew Stafford is not much better. 14 for 23, 154, and a pick, no touchdowns as well.
Man, I had one of the coldest takes coming into the season.
And what was that?
I said Gardner Minshew was actually going to be able to win football games for the Raiders.
So did Luke. And guess who sat here and argued with him during our AFC West preview?
You.
This guy.
Yeah, but after last year, like, I don't know.
He does it whenever he wants.
I was just trying to ride the hot hand, bro.
I think my thing was I was thinking about those 2 weeks where he was the quarterback for the Eagles. That's what I'm stuck with. He won that first one, and then the second one he was so bad, and that's the only thing I can think of for him.
I think the Raiders are missing Josh Jacobs.
I think the Raiders are missing everything.
Everybody.
John Gruden, maybe?
Michael Crabtree.
Yeah, dude. The Raiders are missing John Madden. Kyron Williams is not missing anybody or anything. 21 carries, 76 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not like a great day.
Is that like
necessarily,
6 straight games
but
with a
2
touchdown?
touchdowns. Unreal. I think it's 8. Like going back to last year. Yeah.
It's 8 or 9.
So then that would be.
You guys heard it here, folks.
He didn't play 1 week. I don't. It doesn't matter.
You heard it here.
He scores a lot.
Next week, take anytime touchdown for Williams.
Yeah, now he's not going to score. Colin, do not bet it. Do not take Kyron Williams touchdown because he won't. He won't get it.
Yeah, I have really bad luck, guys.
And they play on Thursday night.
The London,
Cooper Kupp's back too.
But the London game fucked me.
Yeah.
I was so checked after that.
You know what's going to be worse? That Munich game.
Yeah, it's going to be
Oh,
so
God.
What was the matchup again? Panthers.
Giants?
Yeah.
Panthers, Giants.
Oh.
I'm going to throw up watching that game. There's a chance the fourth quarter might just be Drew Lock versus Bryce Young.
After today's start, Bryce Young might start that game.
That's true. Andy Dalton was garbage. So let's go ahead and talk about that game. I'm done with this one. Fuck it. Cooper Kupp will be back Thursday. Then I'll
Jaden
talk
Daniels
about
is
the Rams.
out for the season.
No, he's not. He hurt his rib on the first drive, and by the time he was coming back from the X-rays, they were up like 30-0. Yeah, Marcus Mariota, the GOAT. Kind of. Jameis is better. Yeah, well, I don't know. Would you rather look at the QB rating or the passer rating? Just saying.
Hey, I don't see an incompletion on there, bro.
All right, final score, Washington Commanders 40, Panthers 7 in Washington. No Jaden Daniels for essentially the entire game, except the first play of the first drive where he decided, I'm just going to run for 46 yards.
Let's go. Hit the over.
Yeah, and then he ran again and one more time, got to 50 yards, hit the over. I think it was 46 and a half.
48 and a half.
48 and a half, got the over. Crazy over hit by Jaden Daniels. Huge pick.
Yeah,
You're welcome. Shout out Jeremy McNichols, just cuz.
Dude, I just can't. I just can't. Shout out Austin Eckler doing nothing.
He was actually fine. Receiving wise, he got a few points, I think. Yeah, 2 receptions. He looked fine when they gave him. They didn't give him the ball at all.
It's so nice to see Terry McLaurin be happy.
Dude, I know. Terry McLaurin, even with Marcus Mariota at quarterback, Terry McLaurin was happy. Yeah.
Like, you see him on the sideline, he actually has a smile on his face.
Yeah, that's true. And the Panthers, nobody should be smiling. Maybe Chuba Hubbard, but he had a bad day too. 17 carries. I'm about to get to that. Okay, hear me out. Did I make one of the most underrated waiver wire pickups of a tight end this season?
For right now, yeah.
Okay, because that was crazy. He was projected 4.9. I didn't know if Tommy Tremble was going to be back. I don't think he actually was. I think he might have been active, but he didn't play.
I think my week 1 was better.
Well, didn't you draft a tight end?
Yeah.
So that's not a...
But I took a chance on him.
Who?
Luke Musgrave.
Yeah? I'm sure that worked. Nathan, how did your tight end play this week? Evan Ingram?
Not terrible.
Was it a boom or doom?
I think it was technically an average.
Yeah, I think it was neither.
I think it was
Tank Dell. Is that a boom or a doom?
That was a big...
I take fault for Evan Ingram.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Colin decided to call me this morning, right before I leave for work, while he's at work, and says, yo, I took the Evan Ingram over. And I said, fuck you. I had half a mind to go and switch my lineup, but Tucker Kraft had a bad week last week, and Evan Ingram had a good week. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to play Evan Ingram. Tucker Kraft had the good week, and Evan Ingram had the bad week. Yeah. Also, I had Tucker Kraft on a waiver pickup, and that's when he dropped 40 or 50 points.
Okay,
so.
That's fair. But he was projected as the starter. Jatavian Sanders was projected 4.9.
He was only projected like 6 points.
No, all right, fair enough.
And he got like 30.
Everybody was sleeping on Jatavian Sanders'
Tommy
pickup.
Tremble was projected 4.8.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. And Ian Thomas played in this game, and Tommy Tremble didn't get a target. But yeah, Jatavian Sanders led the team in receiving yards and receptions by a mile. 6 receptions, 61 yards for him. Thank you, Nathan, for doing that. Terry McLaurin, 6 receptions, 98 yards. Zach Ertz had a touchdown. Getting 5 targets in this game as well. Zacchaeus didn't receive very well. I think he had a great punt return, if I'm remembering correctly. I could be wrong.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, 15 yards, pretty good. And Eckler had a 34-yard kickoff return. Shout out Raheem Blackshear just for playing. He had 5 kick returns, and he was averaging 22.8 yards, which isn't that bad.
He tried his best.
Yeah, they were putting him to work.
Shout out Austin.
Yeah, speaking of going to work, Johnny Hecker, unfortunate ass day because he couldn't, like, he put 2 within 20, but like he was booting the shit out of the ball and still couldn't get it to the 20-yard line. They had such bad field position, and they were also turning the ball over at will.
And you just have Tress Way, who only had to punt 1 time.
Yeah, and also like Marcus Mariota did have a good day. Austin Siebert kicked 4 field goals. But a long of 49 for him.
4 field goals and 4 extra points.
Yeah. Solid day of work for Austin Siebert.
21 points.
Yeah. In fantasy. 16 points scored in the game.
My apologies.
No worries. Eddie Pinheiro didn't kick a field goal, kicked one extra point, obviously, because they scored 7 points. All right, final game of the 4 o'clock slate. Chiefs 28, 49ers 18.
This game was fucking awful.
Yeah, Colin, why don't you talk about the quarterback play?
Yeah, Brock Purdy, S-H-I-T. Patrick Mahomes, less S-H-I-T. Brock Purdy's like shit after Taco Bell.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes is just like, oh, I just got home
Normal
from school.
shit. Yeah,
I just
okay.
got home from school.
Home from school. Well, a home from school shit could be violent.
No, but it's just like, when you walk the door, you just got to go take a poop.
Okay. It was a scheduled shit.
Okay. Scheduled shit.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes was shit on schedule.
But hear me out. 0 passing touchdowns
Yeah, for either team.
for either team.
It's unreal. Brock Purdy did run in 2 of them, both in the the one in the third, one in the fourth quarter, and then they
Yeah.
went for 2 both times, didn't get it.
Yeah. Kareem Hunt had 22
So
carries.
weird. Yeah, they were hunt punching. 22 carries, 76 yards, 2 touchdowns, almost out of third. Patrick Mahomes
stole
had a rushing touchdown. Mecole Hardman had a rushing touchdown. Carson Steele, Samaje Perine didn't need to be there.
And we have 1 torn ACL probably for Brandon.
Yes,
Ayuk.
for Brandon Ayuk, who dropped brutal drop early in that game.
I guess, 49ers, you shouldn't have paid him.
Maybe not. He could be a Pittsburgh Steeler right now. He could be playing for Russie.
Sussy Russie.
All right. George Kittle had a great day. 6 receptions, 92 yards on 7 targets. Jacob Cowing had 2 receptions for 50 yards. Why? What are you showing?
Oh, he's showing his $6.
Oh, yeah.
25.
Yeah, Nathan made $6.
Yeah, let me tell. No,
Sorry, he made $1.25.
let me tell you about the little parlay I had for the 4 o'clock games. Is this okay, Grayson?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
It's on Better.
Yeah, on Better.
Well, sorry, on a nondescript daily fantasy app, unless somebody pays us. All right, continue.
Yeah, so leg 1, Brian Robinson rushing touchdown. Thanks, Grayson.
Gotcha. B-Rob.
Leg 2, Jaden Daniels over 48.5 rushing yards. Thanks, Grayson.
Yep. Gave him both of those.
Leg 3, Patrick Mahomes for an interception. I just had a feeling.
But I affirmed your belief.
Yeah. And then, I was just going to do a nice little 4-leg.
Yep.
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Brock Purdy for 2.5 or for over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Fuck you, Brock Purdy.
It's
I hate
brutal
you.
that they got into the red zone and then he ran
So
into
many
them.
times. He also threw a pick in the end
Yeah,
zone.
he also threw a pick in the end zone.
And they kicked a little chip shot field goal as well.
Yeah.
Which is not Jake Moody, by the way.
It was not Jake Moody.
Anders
He's still
Carlson.
out. It was Anders Carlson, who I thought
Who
was
missed an extra point.
Yeah. That's brutal. This game was so weird. I knew the Chiefs were going to win. I didn't think they'd win by 10. I thought it was absurd. The 49ers were a favorite in this game.
Bro, they need CMC back.
That made no sense.
So bad.
Yeah.
Like, not just like they're running the
And
ball well.
Debo was sick, so he did like nothing in this game.
He played 3 snaps.
Yeah.
But hear me out. It's not necessarily they need CMC's like athletic ability. They just need CMC on the field.
Yeah, they need his presence. Like Jordan
Yeah.
Mason didn't have a bad game.
Jordan Mason's been having a
It's
great
fine.
season.
Yeah.
He's playing a little banged up right now, but you need CMC just as like a captain
Yeah.
and leader on the field.
And also just so that he's there to make people think you're going to give him the ball.
Yeah.
Why didn't we see more Isaac Guerrero this game?
Probably because Jordan Mason
They
was
were
on the
also
Just 'cause they were
playing from
behind?
behind. Yeah.
'Cause,
Once
like,
the
he had
second
a
quarter
great
came around, they
week
were done.
last week. Like looked
Yeah.
really good. Was able to
It was
get
really that
to the
one big
secondary.
run.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Brock,
but he was doing good at just 4 yards,
Yeah.
5 yards.
Yeah.
And he got 1 carry.
Yeah, I thought it was
Brock
great.
Purdy is scrambling way too damn much.
He is. He's getting to that point where it's
Getting
like
out of hand.
he makes like 2 reads and then he gives up, which like I guess is fine.
But that's where his turnovers are starting to come through.
Yes. Yes. That's the 3 interceptions were all on ones where he was trying to extend a play that he probably didn't need to.
Except for the one in the end zone.
Yeah, the one in the end zone.
He was getting
tough
tackled
pass.
and brought down, but he shouldn't have been thrown there in the first place.
Yeah.
Double covered Chris Conley in the end zone. Like what the fuck are you thinking?
A single covered Chris Conley's not catching the ball.
The 49ers deserve to lose that game. Nathan, click their schedule.
Also, Ricky Pearsall did come back. He had a pretty solid day.
Yeah, they're gonna lose to the Cowboys. They're gonna lose to the Bucks. They're gonna lose to the Seahawks. They're gonna lose to the Packers.
They're not
They're
losing to
gonna
the
lose to the
Cowboys.
Bills. They might lose to the Bears. They're gonna beat the Rams. They're gonna beat the Dolphins.
They're not losing to the Cowboys next week.
I will bet you so much money
we're not allowed to do that. Sunday Night Football, we'll be watching it in here.
Oh yeah, dude. Dak Prescott might throw for 400 yards.
Dak Prescott might throw for 400 picks.
Brock Purdy's gonna throw for 401 picks.
Okay, good luck with that. Oh yeah, Trent Williams got ejected for punching somebody.
There's just so
which was
many
pretty funny.
little fights in this game.
Yeah, there was. It's a Super Bowl rematch.
Also,
These teams hate each other.
And we didn't talk about it. Stephon Diggs tried to go up against the whole.
That's true.
Green Bay
Yeah,
Packers team.
pregame, Stephon Diggs was just standing there alone, and then you just have like the entire Packers team in front of him yelling at him. Receiving wise on the Chiefs, Noah Gray was the leader. Oddly enough, 4
Makes
receptions, 66 yards. Samaje Perine was second with his 122-yard reception
in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy had 3 receptions for 19 yards.
8 targets though.
Yeah.
I want to throw up.
Yeah. Mecole got 2 targets, 1 reception, 17 yards. Travis Kelce got 5 targets, 4 receptions for 17 yards.
Yeah.
What the hell is happening?
You know what's insane though? The one incompletion of Mecole Hardman was they were trying to run the Super Bowl play.
Yeah.
The cut in
and it
out.
was so close. Mecole just kind of slipped on the cut back out.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. But
Patrick Mahomes just sucks as a quarterback.
well, no. I think it was just the ground.
Overrated in my opinion.
All right. We're not doing this today. Sky Moore dropping the one pass he got, he dropped.
Goated wide receiver.
Yeah, for sure. So is Kadarius Toney.
That's what they're missing.
That's true. They need Kadarius Toney out
And I
there.
think they're the last undefeated team.
Yes, the Chiefs are the only undefeated team in the NFL.
Click on there. I want to see who do they have next?
I'm sure they're going
I
to
like
go
doing
undefeated somehow. Actually, no, they'll probably lose to the Raiders next week.
No, if anything, they're gonna lose to
The Broncos did beat them, twice? Did the Broncos beat them twice last year?
I think so. It's either that or they lost one of the Raiders, one of the Broncos.
I think you're right. Losing at Panthers.
No. Kareem Hunt might have over 200 rushing yards.
Okay, hear me out. Short rest. You're at the Panthers, and then you go home and play the Raiders. Could they lose that game on Thanksgiving?
To the Raiders?
Yeah, or is that Black Friday? That's Black Friday. Could they lose to the Raiders on Black Friday?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We've seen it happen before.
It's true.
But hear me out. The offense for the Raiders is just abysmal.
Yeah, it's so bad. Maybe they'll figure something out by then.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Maybe Zamir White will learn how to run the ball.
Yeah, no. Look, the Chiefs might lose to the Bills, I think, and the Texans. That's about it. That's the only question marks
Just
on
wait
this
till
entire
Jacoby
schedule.
Myers comes back.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I couldn't wait much longer. I had to trade him.
What's going on in Sunday Night Football?
Motherfucker.
Not much. The Steelers up 3-0.
Yo, who sacked Aaron Rodgers?
On the Jets.
I need you to look at that right now.
Was it Tej? No,
No.
Larry Ogunjobi.
Also, how far was that Chris Boswell field goal? Oh,
46?
oh, fuck.
Was that good?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, gotcha. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Hey, all the hey, whoa. Chill.
Can they see that screen?
No.
Oh, dude. The name under this one was.
Yeah.
What we got, Nathan?
What?
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, Colin's screwed. Colin's gonna lose.
I need Trey McBride to have a legacy.
But it's all gonna come down to the live stream tomorrow that you have to watch because I'm also gonna be stressing about Nathan because Nathan's got 2 people playing in that slate. Yeah.
Yo. Is J.K. Scott going to be my Lord and Savior?
Yeah, dude, he's gonna have to punt so much. That'll ruin my night if J.K. Scott has a good day. I'm telling you that right now. Oh no, Brees Hall's getting crazy. 1 carry, 2 yards. Everybody calm down. And the Steelers just got the ball back.
He got sacked for 7 yards.
Yeah. Okay.
Devontae Adams, oh, man.
The Monday Night Football doubleheader is Ravens, Bucks, and Chargers, Cardinals. We're not going to talk about it at all because we're going to give our picks on the live stream right when it starts. We're giving our picks.
Oh.
And then we're also going to be running what I'm going to call the team parlay. Team parlay. Everybody gets a pick. All 4 of us get a pick for a nondescript daily fantasy app that is legal in Georgia. And if you would like it to be a descript one, pay us. And we're all going to make a pick, and we'll put the parlay up. Like we'll tell everybody, we'll put it up on screen. And and y'all can ride with us, or you can watch us sweat it out, whatever it is. And everybody, you can make side picks if you want that you can ride with. But we'll have the team, like the group parlay that we'll run and see how it goes.
I'll put a 9-leg for each game.
Jesus. Responsibly. Bears, Cowboys are on bye. Both of those two on bye.
Cowboys are it's probably a good week to be on a bye.
Yeah, I was about to say they probably lost the bye.
But after that game to the Lions, like, you need a mental reset.
That is true.
The
The Lions are still scoring on the Cowboys.
Honestly, the Bears are probably still partying in London.
I doubt it, but maybe.
They're hitting a couple pubs.
Considering I know that Cole Kmet is back, I doubt they're still there.
Fair.
But I wish they were.
Yeah, wait, explain.
I saw him on the Yak.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he did the gauntlet.
Not a strong soccer showing out of him.
No. Good soccer showing out of Kyle Rudolph, though.
Yeah.
Okay. That is NFL Week 7 as it stands. We'll give you Sunday Night Football updates.
Have you seen Big Justice do the Yak?
I watch the Yak every single day.
Oh.
Nice. Okay, let's
Russ.
talk about
Dangerous.
shout out Russie.
Is that fucking Jalen Warren in the backfield? Get out.
Yeah, put Najee in. He's good.
Yeah, I need over 75.5 rush receiving yards.
Oh, goodness.
No, it's good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Screen.
Good job,
Ew.
Russie.
That was a horrible pass.
Oh,
Who let
led with his head.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready to talk baseball now?
Let's talk baseball.
Okay, let's get into the MLB playoffs. We'll start with the dreaded news that the Yankees will advance to the World Series.
Fuck the Yankees.
They won the series 4-1. Guardians won Game 3, 7-5 in the 10th.
I've never hated Juan Soto more.
Yeah. Game 3, though, was awesome. The Guardians winning that game was amazing. You had Big Christmas, Jhonkensy Noel in the 9th inning, tying it up with a home run. They get into extra innings, and David Fry hits a walk-off home run.
Put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag.
Fryers.
And that home run off of Clay Holmes. And then Yankees win Game 4, 8-6. Once again, a close one all the way to the end.
This whole series was close.
Yeah, every game of the series was close all the way to the. It was actually ridiculous. A fantastic series to watch. I will give them.
I think the biggest lead was 3 runs.
Yeah,
all series.
Yeah, unreal. And the 3-run lead happened in the top of the 10th in Game 5, where the Yankees won 5-2. Let's go through that extra innings performance. I know you don't want to trash on your guy Hunter Gaddis, but
just made a mistake.
Yeah, he made one mistake.
A mistake that should have never happened in the first place.
Shouldn't have happened in the first place because Rocchio should have turned the double play. Instead, he drops the transfer, he drops the toss at second base that would have gotten the double play to get them out of it. And it would have been 2-2 bottom of the 10th.
Even if not the double play, you have a runner on first with 2 outs, and then Hunter struck out Gleyber Torres that next AB.
Yeah. Pretty brutal.
Just saying.
Yes. Would have been it was a tough one. And then, he looked good against Soto, but he hadn't thrown the fastball yet. Then we're both sitting there like, you got to throw the fastball high and inside. Soto's not looking for a fastball.
Just mislocated it. It ran to the outside part of the plate.
Soto put bat on ball.
Soto caught a barrel.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, Soto's so good at just fighting in counts.
Yeah.
He had 2 strikes for probably 5 pitches.
Yeah. It was an unreal sequence, and then gives up a really unfortunate 3-run home run that could have been a 2-run home run or whatever. Like,
that ball just kept going.
Oh, my God.
I thought it was a pop-up at first, and it just kept going.
Well, yeah, and he hit it off the end of the bat. Like, it leaked outside pretty well, and Soto just got full barrel on it. It was unreal. Like, at one point in this game, Cleveland, 85% chance to win based on ESPN's win probability, and then 3-run home run, and all of a sudden, Yankees, 95% chance to win. And then, the Guardians came up in the bottom of that inning and had no life whatsoever.
No,
How could you?
Would you?
No. Okay, Giancarlo Stanton was a fucking animal throughout this entire series.
Yeah,
where did this come from?
You got to check him. He's got to.
Yeah, check him.
He's juicing.
Check him before the World Series starts.
He's juicing.
Well, okay, can I go ahead and say this? I'm rooting for nobody to win the World Series. Is that?
I'm rooting for the NL.
But if it's the Mets, I can't root for them.
I'm going to root for the NL no matter what.
Dude, if we get Yankees-Mets, I'm not going to be happy. But also now...
Yankees?
Yeah. Well, Nathan's rooting for the Yankees so he can be on the podcast for 2 weeks.
Huh?
Luke's getting suspended 2 weeks if the Yankees win.
Oh, shit.
I'm sending him on vacation. He's going to Cancun. I'm not paying for it.
I'll pay if I can go.
Nathan's
got to fill on both Thursdays and Sundays.
Nathan's got to do 4 podcasts with me in a row. I'm putting up numbers. Welcome to the club. I'm about to do my. I'm currently doing my 198th.
Oh wow! Only 2 more.
Yeah, episode 200. Next week's recording with us is episode 200.
Wow.
There will be balloons.
What? I will be here.
Yeah, he will. He's just. We're just gonna.
I'm coming straight from Tennessee.
Coming straight from Tennessee. Yeah. Next week's episode is episode 200. I always forget to mention the episode number on the podcast because I just kind of put it on the thumbnail and put it on the podcast platform, but it's whatever.
Comment an outfit I should wear. I'll wear anything you guys comment.
Oh,
that's not nudity.
Yeah, it has to be appropriate for YouTube and for me. I don't want to see.
I have a job, so I can't lose.
That's true. Okay, so the Yankees are going to the World Series. In the NLCS, it's a little bit different. Game 4 goes the Dodgers' way, 10-2. Game 5, the Mets win 12-6. It's all been like blowout victories.
Complete opposite of what the AL was.
Yeah, but it's been back and forth everywhere. Now the Dodgers lead 3-2. Right now they're up 2-1 in the top of the second in Game 6.
Nathan, how'd they score?
Yeah, let's see the breakdown here.
It's got to be at least one home run, right?
Maybe.
A Lindor walk.
He scored after he got walked.
Probably.
So Tommy Edman doubled, which scored Ohtani.
Chris Taylor with an error.
Oh, wow. So an unearned run.
Can you go back? I just want to look at the lineups for tonight. So I know you said Freddie's not in the lineup.
Yeah, Freddie is not in the lineup. Precautionary.
Muncy at first.
Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez batting third, Edman fourth is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Edman has been hitting well.
He's been
not for power, but he's been hitting well.
He's just putting bat on ball.
Yeah, he's batting .350 in the playoffs. Best batting average in the lineup.
I need Vientos to step it up, brother.
I don't. I want the Mets to lose.
You want Dodgers, Yankees?
Dude, who cares? If it's the Mets, Dodgers, or Yankees that win the World Series, it just proves you can buy World Series.
Yeah.
It's like the 3 highest payrolls in the game. It's bullshit. It is. I won't stand for it.
I was really hoping it was going to be the Mets versus the Guardians.
That would have been great.
So
I would have rooted for the Guardians.
No, but
I would have been fine.
I thought it would have been funny if Lindor was playing his team in the World
That's true.
Series.
And then they win it when they couldn't win it with him the last time.
Yeah.
They also haven't won the World Series since like 1948.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to the fans of Cleveland sports. LeBron left, and you still have nothing.
And John Watson.
Yeah. Well, you lucked out of that one, I guess.
Yeah, you got DTR.
Yeah, Jameis.
Hey, but Chubby's back.
Yeah, Chubb is back.
My little Chubby.
Okay, that could be misconstrued very, very easily. We'll keep you guys updated on the NLCS. Obviously, if this goes to Game 7, catch us on the live stream tomorrow night. We'll be watching it.
I'll be wearing my Mets shirt.
Dude, if you wear a Mets shirt, I'm lighting you on fire on stream in a video game.
Hey, Devontae Adams caught his first pass.
Way to go. Shout out Devontae Adams, I guess. Okay, enough baseball. There's really not much else to say. I don't want to talk like recap. I think we'll go really in depth on World Series games, but there's just not.
What, World Series starts Friday?
I believe so.
Ooh.
Yeah, we could be. Actually, I think it starts
October
Wednesday.
25th.
That's Thursday. No, that is Friday. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Chill.
Sorry.
Okay, let's talk college football. Oh, God. Crazy ass weekend in college football.
I don't want to talk.
Last week was crazy, and it was expected to be. The week before was crazy, and it was expected to be. This week, craziness expected. This might be one of the most insane 3-week stretches of college football that we've witnessed ever. It was unreal.
Throw it back to LSU, Texas A&M 7 OT.
Yeah, which we're getting that matchup next week. Got a lot of good college football, man. It's really, really good. Let's start off. We're going to go by rankings this week. I know it's not perfect because Oregon played on Friday, but whatever. We're starting off number 5 Georgia 30, number 1 Texas 15. Weird game.
Carson Beck still sucks. You can't change my mind.
Definitely still sucks. I was talking to Brock a little bit, former co-host, original co-host of Second and Short, Brock Garland. I was talking to him, and he said that a problem that all college quarterbacks have right now is that they're not being developed to read defenses. And so you're either a successful quarterback because you throw the ball a lot on your first read, or you run on your second read, or you're Carson Beck and your second read, no matter what, if you get to your second read, you throw it, and that results in picks. That's what Carson Beck does. Who's that kid?
Andrew Smart.
Gotcha. Hey, I will say, I literally, as soon as I saw that, I texted a friend of mine that lives in a gambling state, and I said, if you're gambling tonight, Georgia money line. As soon as I saw Texas put up those 4, or as soon as I saw Game Day put up 4 Longhorns, I was like, yeah, Georgia's going to win this game. Nice. Shout out to the Little League World Series, I guess. But yeah, okay, let's just go ahead and talk about it. They threw a bunch of water bottles on the field after a holding call that took back an interception that put them on the 5-yard line. Okay. So, wrongfully so, the Texas fans covered the end zone in trash, which delayed the game while they had to go pick everything up, which they cleaned it up fine. It took like 5 minutes, maybe, max. Everything is cleaned up. We're about to go back on the field. They picked up the flag and just let Texas get that turnover.
Insane call.
Insane. Big Cat had the best tweet about it. He said, you just set the precedent that if the home fans throw trash on the field, they're going to overturn the call. You can't do that. You can't say.
You either call it initially.
Yeah.
Or after that time, you cannot reverse that call.
Exactly. You waited way too long, and it makes it look so much worse that it got delayed because the team that you called it against, their fans caused the issues.
Yeah. And I think they were trying to cover up their fuck up of a call because that was a
bad call, but you waited way too long to call it back.
Yeah.
And Kirby Smart was rightfully pissed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I get it. Yeah, Sark was pissed. Texas fans should be pissed that was a bad call, but it got called, and you shouldn't be able to just delay the game in the least fair way possible. It'd be different if Texas called a timeout and then they do it because they're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But they were going to get back out on the field. But the Texas fans delayed the game, which is just not fair whatsoever, and you can't let that happen. And Kirby Smart, after the game, said, the refs tried to rob us, but we came here to eat. He said, we didn't come out here to take photos and all this stuff. We came out here to eat, which is the right way to go about it.
He's trying to be Dan Lanning so bad. When the Colorado Oregon game.
That's true. that is fair. But nobody cares about Colorado. They suck. What just happened, Nathan? What? Garrett Wilson?
Probably a Brees Hall touchdown or Devontae Adams touchdown.
Brees Hall.
Brees Hall rushing touchdown.
Yep. All right, that's fine. Oh, ACL tear. Just kidding.
Oh, cameraman
guy might have.
That's all day, baby. We eat.
Yeah.
All day.
Damn. Jesus. Whatever. You still have to put up 80 more points? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Georgia won 30-15. Carson Beck kind of sucked again in a big game, but they won. He threw 3 picks, but they won. Makes no sense. It was all defense and also Trevor Etienne. Jalen Walker 3 sacks. Dalen Everett 1 sack. Michael Williams had 2 sacks. I think they had 2 ejections as well for targeting in this game.
Dan Jackson, and I'm trying to remember
Damon Wilson also had a sack.
It was Dan Jackson. I can't remember who the other ejection was.
Yeah,
scroll up, Nathan.
I can't either. It was Jonel Aguero. He also was the other one, and that was both in the 4th quarter, I think.
Yeah, so they got to miss the first half of who do they play next?
Georgia?
Yeah, are they on a bye?
I don't think they're on a bye. I think they already had theirs. They play they go on a bye and then they play Florida.
So they got to miss
in
the
Jacksonville.
First half against Florida.
Which is not a problem.
I don't know. DJ Lagway's
Yeah. Okay.
Not
Whatever.
bad.
Dude. Whatever, dude. Quinn Ewers was fine, I guess.
No,
he wasn't good. He was fine. 25 for 43, 211, 2 touchdowns, an interception. He missed like one drive, which Arch Manning came in and did nothing. Quintravian Wisner was not great on the ground. Nobody else really even ran the ball outside of Arch and Quinn Ewers, who were kind of just sacked.
Bro, they went down.
Yeah.
23?
Yeah, they were down 23. 20. Was it 20? Yeah, 23. 23-0 at half, which was crazy. Yeah, so quickly. And then Texas scored all 15 of their points in the third quarter and then didn't score again.
Yeah.
This game was just so weird. I think it's kind of the most of the focus is going to the littering.
That call just took everything.
Yeah, it was all we could talk about for the rest of that game. Was that happening? And it rightfully so. All right, let's talk about the rest of the top teams in the nation. Number 2, Oregon took care of Purdue. Obviously, you always got to be aware of Purdue. They like to just fuck around and beat some good teams. Not this time. Number 2, Oregon, 35, Purdue, 0.
Oregon's not
Holy
fucking
shit.
around this year.
No, they are not fucking around. Dylan Gabriel looked damn good. 21 for 25, 290, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, whatever. Jordan James, Noah Whittington in the running game, and Jay Harris for that matter combined to have well over 100 yards. Great game for them. I don't really care about Oregon's stats. It was Purdue. Ohio State and Penn State, the number 4 and 3 team respectively, were on a bye. I put them in the wrong order. But we'll talk about number 7, Alabama, 17. Number 11, Tennessee, 24. Nathan, 5 o'clock, 5-minute timer. Colin, go.
Yeah, so we have old school Jalen Milroe back. Panicking little bitch that doesn't know.
Continue. You're on the clock.
It was just... Yes. I saw this.
Don't say the last word, but yes.
No, I saw this. Jalen Milroe is like if AR-15 was smaller, weaker, slower, less accurate, and
seen.
And
seen. Next. Seen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We can't stop Dylan Sampson, even if we had 5 huge, beautiful people on the D-line.
Okay.
Nico beat us with 1 throw.
Yep.
Literally, that's the only good thing he did that game.
Yeah.
Jalen Milroe that was just the worst. Honestly, that was worse than Vandy and South Carolina that I saw a Jalen Milroe performance. And I need your opinion on something.
Okay. Let me hear it.
I want Ty Simpson to start the next game.
Yeah. We're getting quarterback controversy. Kalen DeBoer has quickly burned down what Nick Saban built. So fast.
He doesn't know how to use Jalen Milroe.
So fast.
He's trying to turn Jalen Milroe into just like a pocket deep ball threat.
He had 14 carries. What do you mean? Yeah.
On his own.
Well, yeah.
Almost all of those were from scrambles.
That's true. Yeah, there's not a lot of designed runs in the playbook for Jalen Milroe. I will give him that. But this goes back to what I was talking about that me and Brock were saying. All the quarterbacks aren't being developed right now in college football, and they're making one read and then they're running. And that's why these successful college quarterbacks all scramble.
And what did we see in the first half versus Georgia? Design QB runs for when he wanted to run.
Exactly.
He was throwing the ball well, actually going through progressions.
I will say, I think the Tennessee defense might be the best that they've faced because that Georgia defense looked horrendous against them.
No.
Tennessee's defense stepped up to the occasion big time.
Don't get me wrong. Tennessee's D-line looked
insane. My God. They were unreal.
James Pierce Jr. is insane.
Yeah, he's an animal.
He's a top 10 draft pick.
Oh, yeah. Top 5.
I feel like Nico did exactly what we expect Jalen Milroe to do.
Kind of, yeah.
Like, threw a decent amount of passes, had an okay amount of yards, and, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, which is okay.
Like, if Jalen Milroe had the same stat line as Nico, Alabama won.
Yeah.
100%. And all he did was throw one more
pick. When you have
pick.
14 carries for 11 yards and you only got sacked 3 times.
Yeah.
That's not great.
And he had a long of 10.
Yeah. That's just not great.
And Nico did a good job of
Colin, I'll take back my running back call-outs
Oh,
for
wow.
this week only.
That's big.
For this week only.
That's right. You won't have to call it out at all next week.
Because Ty Simpson will be starting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You missing Julian Sayin yet?
No.
Okay. Let's scroll down real quick.
Am
We'll
I
give
missing?
some love.
Am I missing Tua or Bryce Young? Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Chris Brazzell.
Mm.
A hell of a touchdown catch.
That was just
The most perfectly placed throw Nico's thrown in his entire career to this point. It couldn't have been anywhere else, and Brazzell couldn't have gotten to that ball anywhere else. Like, actually perfect. Also, Brew McCoy, huge game. Dante Thornton
Also,
Jr., 55-yard reception was insane.
I'm going to say something that might get a lot of hate. If you're a wide receiver that can't block, you don't need to play in college.
Fact. If you're not willing to block, screw yourself.
That fourth down, we had an easy first down if Ryan Williams just picks up his one man that he has to block.
But he's a young boy.
And also, when we're running the ball,
Yeah.
let's not shoot three-pointers.
Agreed. That was stupid. That's
didn't
the
even
type
get
of
it.
that's the kind of bullshit you pull when you're up 35-0 against UMass. Like,
Or you just don't pull it at all.
yeah. That was dumb. Who's your offensive coordinator?
What?
Who's you guys' offensive coordinator?
I don't even know.
He sucks.
I
Whoever it is
I
sucks.
stopped caring once.
Is that similar to like in a way to the Malachi
Nick
Moore
Sheridan.
issue where we have the throwing a temper tantrum and then is like just excused for it? Is shooting basketball or shooting two receivers on, yes, it's probably going to be a run,
Yep.
but you just take a step back and fade away.
Okay, but
and
who
then you
did the
point
cool
for the
shit?
first
Who
down?
did the cool shit in victory formation this week?
Maryland.
Maryland.
Yes,
Maryland
Maryland
did it right.
I just got up.
Victory formation, pull back, quarterback turns for the hoop, running back gets the oop, slams it.
Yes,
That's cool.
After beating USC.
Yeah.
Yeah, after
while
you beat
winning.
USC, which is pretty awesome.
You don't do
Yeah.
that in the middle of the game.
No.
On fourth
Early
and
on.
one.
No.
Yeah, it was
fourth and one,
early in the
third
game.
Third and one.
Third and one.
And we didn't
First
get it.
half.
Yeah, you don't even get it, and you guys are sitting there, and they both did it where they shoot the shot, and the follow through was a first down.
Yeah.
And you didn't get the first
Well,
down.
and the worst part about showboating in the first half is that it's the third Saturday in October. You're playing Tennessee in a game. Yeah, I know you won it fucking 15 years straight or whatever the hell that record was.
Saban's
But
not
you're
there
1-1
no more,
in
buddy.
the last 2 years, and you don't have your legendary head coach anymore.
Yep.
I talked about this on the college football show, and I thought Alabama was going to win. But I also talked about the fact that Josh Heupel had two specific advantages. They were at home at Neyland Stadium, and he has been there before, and he has already gotten the monkey off his back of beating Alabama in this rivalry that 5-6 coaches before him at Tennessee could not get done.
Yeah.
Josh Heupel showed up and showed, hey, I've been here before, and Kalen DeBoer made it abundantly clear that he has not played a game of this caliber ever.
Yeah. I need to see DeBoer take charge of this fucking team.
Yeah.
He's sort of just letting them do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah. Discipline is a huge problem. How many penalties did Alabama? It was
we've
unreal.
had like 20 flags the
You had
past
10 in the
3
first
weeks.
half. You ended the game 15 penalties, 115 yards. Now, Tennessee wasn't way better, but 11 for 95 yards. But Alabama, 15 penalties. I think 10 of them were in the first half.
And the amount of unsportsmanlike conduct
Yeah.
penalties is insane.
Yeah. No wonder, you were getting like, what's the conversion there? How many yards per penalty are we looking at? 115? It's like roughly 8. Yeah. About 8 yards on every penalty.
I don't know. It's just
And you couldn't run the ball.
no.
Could not run the ball at all.
Which is okay when you're going up against a
Yeah.
defense like Tennessee, but
If you can't run, you got to be able to pass. And Jalen Milroe had a bad passing game.
exactly.
He
It's
was
like-
a lot of over and under throws. A lot of
Yeah.
guys coming over the middle, throw it behind him. That happened a couple times. I think that was one of the picks. Yeah.
He wasn't throwing off his back foot at all.
Mm-mm.
He was getting no power, and he's sort of just trying to like airmail it downfield to Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And he tries to go to Bernard over the middle, throws it behind him for a pick. I want to see us use Kendrick K-Law so much more.
I agree.
The dude is insane.
Yeah, he needs to be more incorporated. But we'll get off the soapbox here.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I think that was a good discussion about the two. All right, number 8.
Simpson for Heisman.
Number 8, LSU 34, Arkansas 10. All I want to talk about is the fact that I'm starting to hear a lot of people say that the best and most consistent quarterback all the way through this season has been Garrett Nussmeier.
No.
He's not doing anything that jumps off the page to me.
He's got cool passing yardage.
Yeah, sure. He's thrown for 2,222 yards this season. I guess he's been consistent, but like he hasn't done. He's not Cam Ward.
He didn't throw a pick.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's just average as shit, and I guess that's good because everybody else is making an abundant amount of mistakes. So I guess he's been the most consistently fine quarterback, which I guess makes him good. But it wasn't fun to watch. He's not fun to watch. He doesn't jump off the page. He's not going to be a first-round draft pick. This guy's been a reject twice. He just happened to walk into a job because Jaden Daniels left.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to make mistakes to make the explosive plays.
Also, the run game carries that, man.
Yeah.
Every week, it's a different guy running the ball for LSU. This time, Caden Durham had 3 rushing touchdowns on 21 carries and 101 yards.
He's got Kyron Lacey, so he needs to calm down.
Exactly. Okay, that's all I want to talk about with LSU. Let's talk about this unbelievable game. UCF 35, number 9, Iowa State 38. Now, when we were watching it last night, I did make a mistake when we were talking about it, but I'll start off by saying UCF did have a couple times that they could have won this game. Not the specific mistake because they ended up making up for it that I'm about to talk about, but UCF could have won this game multiple times. It was all running game. Iowa State could not stop the running game whatsoever. Yeah, both teams were running the ball like hell, but UCF ran the ball. RJ Harvey, 25 carries, 196, 2 touchdowns, and quarterback Ja'Curry Brown, who only threw for 62 yards and was 8 for 20 with 2 interceptions, which is where I start the you could have won this game conversation. He ran 13 carries, 154, 2 touchdowns, unreal. But they allowed a field goal late, which can you go to like the scoring drive or just the play-by-play and look at the all plays and just go down to like the second half. You had a field goal that they allowed late in this game. Scroll down a little bit more. That field goal right there that makes it 35-30. But you're winning by 5. Okay, you punt, 3 and out. Then Iowa State goes out and punts, and they're in very good field position. 7 plays, they punt again. Iowa State marches down, scores a touchdown. Then they throw their that interception there at the end when they were trying to march down the field, and it was on 3rd down and like 1. It was like 3rd and 1. And he throws the interception, and then obviously Iowa State kneels out the clock and wins it. But early in the game, or not early in the game, but in the second half, on what could have been a pick 6 that would made it a 8 or 9 point game immediately, and probably taken some of the air out of Iowa State's confidence, ended up getting fumbled after Braden Marshall took the ball back 70 yards just to celebrate too early, drop it on the 1-yard line. They recovered it on the 1-yard line, ran in a 1-yard touchdown, but embarrassing nonetheless, and takes away so much momentum that you had. Because the difference is a pick 6 turned it into a mistake where the whole defense is like, what the fuck are you doing? And then the offense has to come back on the field when they didn't think they were. And it just creates this whole mess that I think ruined their momentum there at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But Iowa State stays undefeated, 7-0, and I believe number 1 still in the conference.
I think so. Shout out Bo Frailer. That was the guy I mentioned during our preview show.
Yeah, I forgot that you were the Big 12 one. But yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned Bo Frailer as a ones to watch on defense as a safety.
Shout out.
He's only got 2 interceptions, but obviously a good one in this game.
Yes, it was huge.
Probably helped the game. Only got 1 yard off of it, but hey.
That's fine. You don't need to.
Just wanted to shout myself out there.
Yeah, shout out Bo Frailer. Go back up so we can shout out the Iowa State running back. Jalen Noel. Oh, sorry, he was the receiving leader. Jalen Noel had 8 receptions, 153. But the running game between Rocco Becht, the quarterback, and Carson Hansen, Rocco Becht had 20 carries, 97 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Carson Hansen had 9 carries, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Abu Sama III, 10 carries, 55 yards. Shout out Iowa State. I still like them. Still like Matt Campbell. Just a tough showing against the UCF team that likes to give everybody problems. Next game, Virginia 31, number 10, Clemson 48. A lot of people, it goes around every time Clemson wins a home game where everybody's like, oh, they rushed the field. They didn't. It's a tradition, I guess. Whatever. Cade Klubnik did look very good. I'll give him that. Yeah, he threw 1 pick. Clemson should have won this game by probably more points. The defense should not be allowing that. Klubnik, 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, pretty solid. They've been one of the best teams in the nation since losing to Georgia. I think that's just been hung over their heads, and the fact that the ACC is so bad this year outside of Miami that Clemson just kind of looks bad because of it. But
Go Noles.
Yeah. Thanks. Clemson got a big win, 17 points over Virginia, who has been kind of frisky at times. Let's talk about number 12, Notre Dame 31, Georgia Tech 13. This was one of my picks for the week. At the time of recording, Notre Dame was an 11-point favorite. They obviously covered that. But the line moved to a 14-point favorite morning of the game. Still hit, but Haynes King was a game day scratch. Zach Pyron made the start, and he was pretty bad. But Riley Leonard, once again, was a quarterback. I will give him this. He threw the ball. 20 for 29. He's only thrown 6 touchdowns, and 3 of them were last week against Stanford. But he was actually throwing the ball. I'll give him his props. He also ran 2 touchdowns in because he's unreal. Shout out to Notre Dame for continuing to put up fights. I will give them that credit. They won't stop fighting, considering they are the Fighting Irish. Thank you.
Look at Tyler Buckner right
Yeah,
there.
Tyler Buckner getting in the game.
I hate you.
former Alabama
hate you
quarterback,
so much.
Tyler Buckner.
Please come back.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about Abdul Janae's 160-yard catch that wasn't even a touchdown. Let's talk about Nebraska and Indiana.
You sure?
Yeah, because Indiana is amazing. Okay, so Nebraska scored 7 points. Indiana scored 56. Indiana is the number 16 team in the nation and still undefeated, 7-0. Curtis Rourke, their Heisman contender quarterback, left this game after the first half with a hand injury. He was 17 for 21, 189 with a touchdown and a pick in the first half. Did not matter. Yes. Yeah, Heinrich Harburg came in when they were getting blown out, and Raiola was probably tired of throwing picks. He also ran for 32 yards. But what I want to talk about is the fact that on the college football show, because I know everybody at home watched.
I did.
Thank you. I said that Nebraska had not allowed a rushing touchdown this season.
And they allowed 5.
Yes, they have now allowed 5. On top of the 3 passing touchdowns they allowed, 2 of them to Taven Jackson, the backup quarterback, who only threw 8 passes. Indiana, like I said, was also missing Curtis Rourke for the entire second half. Justice Ellison ran for more yards than I think Nebraska's given up this season rushing, not like total, but I mean in a game. They haven't given up that much to a team, let alone a player. Justice Ellison was crazy, and everybody, Tyson Lawton. It's tough because it's Ty space Son, and that is his first name. It is kind of cool. And then Kalen Black also had a rushing touchdown, as well as Elijah Green. But yeah, Indiana, well on their way. Great name. Quentin Ives, spelled Qwinten. Oh, sorry, Kwinten. Indiana, well on their way to, once again, I talked about this on the college football show, potentially rolling into Columbus for the second to last game of the year, undefeated. That could be insane. They're going to play Washington this week. Washington comes to Indiana, which, we'll see what happens. Oh, really?
No, it's at noon.
Yeah, and it's Big Ten.
Game day.
Oh, really?
Game day is LSU.
Yeah, I would assume game day is LSU A&M. Actually, it might not, because wasn't it at A&M to start? Or no, that was a neutral site game, wasn't it, to start the season? Nonetheless, it is big noon kickoff. So I'd assume Fox will be there. But Kurt Cignetti is an animal. I'm so glad he's getting love. This guy, he said it himself. When I'm recruiting players, I tell them to Google me. And he says, I win, Google me. Game day. Yeah, Nathan's right. Washington and Indiana. Nice. What's down the pipeline though? Oh, they haven't decided. Duh. Okay. So yeah, they will have game day there for the Hoosiers. But yeah, shout out Kirk Cignetti. He is an animal. 2 years with JMU. I think he went 8-6 in the first year. Then last year, obviously, we all know they only lost 1 game. And then right now, 7-0 with Indiana. Final game I want to talk about. Auburn 17, number 19, Mizzou 21. Brady Cook left this game, went to the hospital, got an MRI, returned to the game, and led the game-winning drive. What the fuck?
I can't wait to beat the fuck out of them next week.
Now, Missouri is ass. Don't get anything twisted there. Missouri is still not a great team because they cannot figure out who the running back is.
They're really missing Cody Schrader.
Oh, my God, yeah. Like, what is Cody Schrader even up to right now?
He's a backup for somebody.
But he's not getting playing time, that's for sure.
No. I'm pretty sure he's on like a practice squad.
I think he's on
49er or the Rams.
He was also on the 49ers at some point. Okay. Yeah, so he's on the Rams behind Blake Corum and probably somewhere else. Yeah, he's actually inactive as of right now. Yeah, they are missing Cody Schrader 100%. They can't run the ball at all. Luckily, Auburn is bad. Sorry, Mike. Oh, he was drafted in the UFL draft. Congratulations to Cody Schrader. That is unfortunate as hell. Okay. We are going to call it there on final scores in college football. Talk about the new AP poll.
Did we not talk about Miami, Louisville?
We did not talk. Did I skip right over that one? I'm pretty sure I put it in here. Nope, I didn't. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about Miami, Louisville. Never mind. Number 6, Miami, 52. Louisville, 45. I don't know how I skipped that one. Tyler Shuck looked awesome. I love watching him play. He is so much fun to watch.
Yeah, he's good.
He was 31 for 51, 342, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Unreal game, but they still lost because Miami just puts up so many points. This was maybe the easiest pick I've made, as opposed to the worst pick I made also happening this week, which was Oklahoma Moneyline. We did go 2-1 on the College Football Show picks, but Oklahoma Moneyline might be the worst pick I've made in my entire life ever on anything. It was so bad. Like they were down, I think 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. But Miami, Louisville over 60.5. Miami almost did it themselves. So, yeah, shout out to Miami. Cam Ward also had a great day. 21 for 32, 319, 4 tuds, no interceptions. Damian Martinez is an animal in the backfield. I still wish Florida State would have gotten him too.
The combo of him and Cam Ward.
I wanted those two so bad, and the fact that they both went to Miami just eats me up every time. But yeah, Damian Martinez is a dog. Samuel Brown, 3 receptions, 125, and a touchdown.
2nd and 17. What we got?
Oh, Russie drops back, sends one deep, an
That's
absolute
a horrible
duck.
throw.
And somehow George Pickens catches that, dude. Oh, God.
Russ.
Dude, George Pickens confuses the shit out of me. Does he like football?
What?
3rd completion of the game?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
my
the other two were just Darnell
God.
Washington and Jalen Warren.
Jesus. Yeah, George Pickens is interesting. Calvin Austin has 3 targets. Oh, my God.
That was such a bad.
That was bad. Okay, we talked about that game.
Yeah.
Now we can talk about the AP poll.
Sorry, I just didn't want to leave him out.
No, I appreciate that. I'm glad you held me accountable. Okay, so AP poll, number 1, Oregon. They move up after their victory over Purdue. No, what?
I'm going to give my...
Okay.
yes or no.
Georgia jumps up 3 spots after taking down number 1 Texas to number 2. Penn State and Ohio State hold their spots at 3 and 4 respectively. That's good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, cool. Texas drops down 4 spots to number 5 after their loss to Georgia.
See.
Miami holds on to number 6 after the close win. They're like 3rd or 4th consecutive close win.
Yeah.
Tennessee jumps up 4 spots to number 7 after the win over formerly number 7 Alabama.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a good jump.
LSU holds still at number 8 despite a big victory over Arkansas. Then number 9, Clemson jumps up 1 spot after the victory over Virginia. Iowa State drops down 1 spot with the close game with UCF down to number 10.
It's understandable.
Yeah, it's understandable. Number 11, BYU, even though they played a very close one with Oklahoma State on Friday, which they did pull out the victory 38-35, but I don't know if they should have moved up 2 spots. Oklahoma State's been pretty bad.
Maybe Indiana needs to be ahead of them.
I think Notre Dame and Indiana could maybe be ahead of them. Notre Dame sits at 12. They stay there. Big win over Georgia Tech. Indiana jumps up 3 more spots up to 13 after that big win over Nebraska. A&M holds still kind of a close game with Mississippi State, or at least closer than it should have been. Mississippi State just kept crawling back into that one. But Texas A&M stays at 14, though they do sit atop the SEC right now.
Mm-hmm.
Them and LSU, who are playing next week, sit atop the SEC. Alabama drops 8 spots to number 15 with their second loss of the season.
We got some fighting to do. We can't lose again.
You definitely got some fighting to do. If you want to make the playoffs, you can't lose again. If you want to make the playoffs, you're going to be praying some other guys lose.
We have
honestly.
we can still make the SEC championship.
Yeah, you can.
We got to fight.
You guys are also 8th, I believe, in the SEC right now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
With Texas
gonna be
losing,
tough.
we got a shot.
It's going to be tough. But yes, the SEC is madness because nobody is undefeated in their entire record. A&M is undefeated in the conference. Kansas State moves up 1 spot to 16.
Yeah. Look at Vandy up there, bro.
Yeah, LSU is undefeated in conference play as well. And they play this week, like we've talked
Look
about
at
multiple
Vandy.
times. Yeah, Vandy ahead of Alabama.
Just up there in
Crazy.
general.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him,
Yeah,
honestly.
Ole Miss. Ass.
Auburn Tigers.
Yeah. Who would have
Jeez.
thought Mississippi State would be the worst team in the SEC? Oh, all of us. Back to what we were talking about. Number 16, Kansas State moves up 1 spot after the big win over West Virginia. Boise State drops 2, just kind of the victim of a bye week as a group of 5 school because you don't really have any precedent to stay up there unless you're winning games.
Yeah.
Ole Miss also on a bye week. Honestly, they lost to this bye, but they stay. They stay at number 18. Pitt
Boise
moves up.
just have their second bye.
Yeah, I think they did they play a week 0 game? Maybe I can't remember. I don't know. No, this was their first bye.
How are they 5-1 then?
Oh wait, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know. That is weird. I have no idea. Ole Miss is number 18. Pitt moves up 1 spot, even though they were on a bye, to 19. Illinois moves up 2 spots. Big win over number 24 Michigan that we didn't really talk about, but big win for Illinois. Michigan got wiped. They can't throw the ball still. Missouri drops down 2 more spots. Close win over Auburn to 21. SMU, I don't know why they dropped. I don't know why they dropped 1 spot. They beat Stanford 40-10. Yeah, Stanford is so bad. Like, so bad. But SMU, I think, is probably one of the top teams in the ACC, in my opinion. Whatever. And then Army stays at 23. Navy takes Michigan's spot at number 24. Both of them, big wins. And then Vandy sneaks in at 25 after a win over Ball State. And what makes this more obvious that all of these are kind of the right choices is that there was only 7 teams that got votes that didn't make it into the top 25. Washington State was the closest, 46 votes. Vandy had 92 for 25th. Syracuse had 15 votes. UNLV had 5. Duke had 2. South Carolina, Nebraska, and Liberty all got 1.
Nebraska shouldn't.
No, Nebraska should not be getting votes. It's probably a Nebraska writer that voted that one. But, yeah, I think this is probably
That's
where
a
the
solid
top 25 should be at right now.
That's a very solid list.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, you've only got 2 lost teams in the top 25. Alabama, Ole Miss, and Vandy. And they've all played really tough schedules. So,
They're all SEC.
yeah, it's kind of crazy, huh? Who, Boise State? Boise State had a bye week 3. Interesting. Oh, when do they make that game up? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Oh, Grayson, you want to tell everyone the good news?
Yeah, I did. I won the beer bets again. Am I up 5 now? 6? I'm up 6. So right as of right now, you could buy me a 6-pack, and then we'd be even. We could do it that way. Now that I'm up 6, you could buy me the 6-pack. We'd be even to go through the rest of the season.
How much was your 6-pack last night?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's a good point. No, I want a fresh one. Oh, Boise State plays every week for like the rest of the season. Gotcha. That's okay. That makes sense. Oh, okay. Yeah. So they play every week for the rest of the year. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Beer bets. I went 2-1. I had Tennessee and Miami.
Miami.
Colin had Georgia, which was the one that he got correct. Shout out for that pick. That was a good pick. Okay. We're not I don't think we want to do Thursday Night Football this week. I think it's Who the Rams play on Thursday Night Football, Nathan? Minnesota? Nah.
Blowout.
Yeah. It's probably going to be a blowout. So, yeah, we'll stick to college football this week. All right. What are we thinking? We've got some more Tuesday night matchups. Kennesaw State's playing. Oh, wait, no, that was last week. They're playing Wednesday against Liberty, who's going to beat the shit out of them.
23.5-point favorite.
Give me the Owls. Now, who's picking first? How do we do this again? Who's at an advantage?
The person who picks the game first is at a disadvantage.
Okay, I will pick the game first.
Okay. I had a fun game, but
Oh,
that's fine.
no, then, yeah,
You want to do the fun
please.
game?
Yeah, we'll do the game.
All right. We have the total made field goals in the NFL for the entire season.
Oh, my God. I have no idea. I've
You guys
stopped
wanted to
thinking
get on your
about
phone
this.
earlier. I was doing math.
Okay. Loser. Nerd.
You guys were doing math earlier.
In our heads, not on our phones.
I can't remember, like, after that first week what we were at.
60-something?
Yeah, it was 66,
After, like, 2 weeks?
I think, after the first week.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and throw out my guess. I'm going to say 272. We're 7 weeks in.
Colin,
Reference.
basically, do you want to go higher or lower than that? That is your guess.
You said 272?
Yeah.
I'm going to be wrong either way.
Just say 271.
Nah, 273.
Oh, my God.
It's 368.
Holy shit. Good pick.
And that does not count this week.
Okay, so obviously
Where
you're going to make
we've
me
already had
pick the game first.
We had a kicker kick, what? 7 field goals or 6 field goals
What?
today?
Who?
Didn't we?
No, almost.
No, we
He
had
kicked 5.
almost.
Daniel
Five.
Carlson kicked
Yeah.
Yeah,
5.
Carlson kicked 5. A couple guys kicked
Oswald's already
4.
at 2.
Boswell's at 2.
So, and
I'll pick-
he's going to stop at 2.
Hopefully for you. What's Brees Hall doing?
93 receiving yards and 10 rushing yards.
93 receiving yards?
Yeah, on 4
And he has a
receptions.
rushing touchdown.
4 receptions, 93 yards.
What in the fuck?
Oh, he just got
He has
that.
a 13-yard rushing touchdown and 10 yards total, Grayson.
What just happened?
You're just lucky he didn't score, Grayson.
Yeah, that would have been like a 60-yard receiving.
Thank God.
You're so lucky.
Yeah, whatever. I'm unlucky. Jaden Daniels got hurt on the first drive of the game. This would be in the
2
bag.
touchdowns.
Yeah. If I had Jaden Daniels, this would have been in the
I think
bag.
you were projected over 200.
I was.
Before
Yeah,
he
I was.
got hurt.
Before that game started, I was projected 195. And then he put up 5 points on the first drive.
I've gone from a 1% chance to a 10%.
Nice.
You better watch your
I
back.
Just wait
I'm
till
watching.
Bree scores his touchdown.
Dude, shut up.
All right,
Okay,
you
I'm
pick.
picking a game. Ooh,
You-
I was about to say it's a fun Friday night game. Rutgers, USC. Nah, Rutgers is not going to do well traveling across the country. Ooh, BYU UCF is interesting.
Honestly, so is Bama.
That's true. Honestly, there's a lot of good games.
I know. I don't like.
Missouri's going to kick Bama's ass. Other way around. Alabama's going to kick
Colin
Missouri's
was
ass.
about to cry.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Colin will cry if that happens.
Missouri is getting their asses kicked, is what I was trying to say. I'm not picking
Also,
that game.
Aaron Rodgers just tried to throw a touchdown pass to Irvin Charles.
Feel free, bro. As long as you don't give it to Brees Hall.
How do you pick up Devontae Adams and have Garrett Wilson and you try to throw
And
to
Mike Williams.
Irvin Charles?
You have Alan Lazard, Brees Hall, Braylon Allen,
Yeah.
Mike Williams,
All
Tyler
right,
Conklin.
keep scrolling down. You're still looking at shit games.
Vanderbilt, Texas.
You're telling me UMass Wagner is a shit game?
Yes, dude, there's no odds.
Miami, Florida State.
Hell no, dude. Miami's a 21.5-point
Cam Ward
favorite,
might
as
throw
they
9
should be.
touchdowns,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay,
And
I'll
I'm
go
glad
ahead.
to hear it from
I
Casey.
still think Penn State.
I'll just go ahead and get this one out of the way. LSU, Texas A&M.
Ooh. I'm gonna take LSU.
I will gladly take A&M.
All right, Colin, pick a game. You got Michigan State.
Horrible. That game's gonna suck. That might be 7-6.
Kansas State.
That one's also gonna suck.
Kentucky Auburn.
That one might not be. That one's kind of a toss up in my eyes.
Colorado.
Yeah,
we
Cincy,
could get back
Colorado.
on the Colorado train.
A late night one.
Troy, Arkansas State.
No, Okay, we're getting we're getting dicey.
You want to pick an FCS game?
No.
BYU UCF.
Oh. Give me the Golden Knights. I'm going for the upset.
Oh, Colin's got
Give
the
me the Golden
Mormons.
Knights. At home?
Okay.
Oh, are they going to rock the space jerseys?
Probably not. I think they wear new ones every week.
What time are they playing?
3:30.
Oh, yeah, no.
Too bright outside.
I almost went Penn State, Wisconsin.
Tulane, North Texas. North Texas got one of the most electric offenses in the nation.
I'm taking Tulane.
I'll gladly take North Texas. I think North Texas has like a top 15 offense in the nation.
The over-under's at 65.5.
Yeah. Sounds like fun to me. You heard me talking about New Mexico State versus Utah State. And guess what?
Unfortunately for you, Colin, North Texas's quarterback is the second highest passing yards in
Chandler Morris slings
Okay.
that thing.
Tulane's still catching that dub.
All right, man.
Tyler Conklin with the 1-yard touchdown catch.
Yes.
You're so lucky. Brees Hall got it to the 1, too. He ran for 2 yards to the 1.
Nice.
Brees Hall literally has 21 points right now, and it's not even halftime.
And he only has 12 yards rushing.
I'm not going to.
And he ran in a 13-yard
touchdown. I'm going to root for injuries.
You better not. That's his first touchdown since week 3.
I'm not doing that. Okay, so beer bets, beer bets
Whoa.
are set. Remind me what they are.
So Colin has LSU.
Okay.
He has BYU.
Yep.
And I have
And Tulane.
Tulane U.
No.
Nope. I think it's University of Tulane.
I just trying to
It
He's
might
got
be
the
Tulane
green
University.
wave of Tigers and Mormons.
All right. Cool.
I'm glad we can see that.
All right. Well, if you're still listening right now, you better start getting ready because the live stream's in a couple of hours. If you're still listening. Oh, damn, Mika. Did they get a finger on that extra point?
I think so. Oh, they're calling
Leverage.
Leverage?
Oh, he pushed down on top of him. You can't touch the top of the lineman. That sucks. I wonder if they go for 2 now. No, do not run it with Brees. Yeah, definitely leverage. Yeah, you see him push off.
Barely.
Yeah, well, he pushed. Barely counts. What, Nathan?
I already saw what happened in the next
you
play.
fucker.
It popped up on the Gamecast right here.
Oh.
You should see the game. I just want you guys to see how long the Gamecast is.
Wait, what?
Because it shows Aaron Rodgers pass short left to T. Conklin for 1-yard touchdown. Greg Zuerlein extra point is blocked. Minka Fitzpatrick center T. Hennessy holder T. Morstead penalty on Pitt. Minka Fitzpatrick leverage 1 yard enforced at Pitt 15 no play 2-point conversion attempt. Aaron Rodgers pass to Garrett Wilson is complete attempt succeeds.
Okay, so I think we're about to watch Garrett Wilson catch a 2-point conversion, if I remember correctly.
Probably the easiest one I've ever seen as well.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. Okay, so as it stands, as we're about to leave you guys, it's 15-6, which is gross. This is the worst score ever. I hate that. All right, if you're listening still, make sure you tune into the live stream tonight. Third and long live stream. Me, Colin, Nathan, Mike, all here in the room, in the studio, watching both Monday Night Football games, potentially Game 7. What does that game look like right now, Game 6, before we get out of here? Make sure you like and subscribe here on YouTube. If you subscribe, you turn on those post notifications, you'll know exactly what time we're going live, and it'll give you a 30-minute before reminder so you know we're about to go live. The Dodgers, as of right now, end of the third, looks like we will not be watching Game 7. The Dodgers are up 6-1. But if it happens, it happens. We will watch the game if it does. If not, we'll probably just talk about whatever happened here because I don't feel like talking about it right now. So if you're on the podcast platforms, make sure you rate 5 stars. Give us a follow on there. And, of course, join the Second and Short subreddit, r/2ND A&D short. Don't submit any questions for the live stream. But if you want to submit questions during the live stream, go into the chat and chat them. And Nathan will tell us the questions. Other than that, of course, submit your questions by Thursday around 4 p.m. to get them answered on Questions Time on the Friday episode with me and Luke. Colin, 4 words, please.
Do I have to?
That was good, you clever bastard.
Shit. He didn't even realize he did that.
I think I've done that before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do something else.
Okay. You have Stone,
Stone,
male,
male,
cookie,
cookie,
tire.
tire.
I feel like we had tire last week.
No. We had
No,
wheel.
we had wheel.
We had wheel. Yes.
Okay, stone, cookie, tire. What was the last one?
Male.
Male.
Okay, because I was thinking stone and cookie are two things. Kind of. Okay, they're kind of connected to cereal.
Stone.
Fruity Pebbles or Pebbles, stones, and Flintstones.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Flintstones.
Cookies, Cookie Crisp.
Yeah.
That was all I had.
There's no mama in cereal, is there?
There's no mailman in cereal.
And there's no tire cereal. Well,
I'm tired of cereal.
Really?
No,
I haven't had
cereal. I
Yeah.
haven't had cereal in forever. I don't drink much milk anymore.
Colin, top favorite cereal?
What?
What's your favorite cereal?
That's Apple Jacks.
You're disgusting.
They're
That's just
fine.
like eating the box.
They're fine, but that is an interesting answer.
You want me to say Pops?
No,
That's worse.
way worse.
You sure it's not shredded mini wheats?
Oh man.
Nice.
Okay. Is there a connection here to be made?
No.
Okay.
Hey, you say 4 words, I just say 4 words.
Well, no, you
No,
say
you
four
say
words.
4 words.
I ask. All right.
That was confusing.
We're losing it. Me and Colin have been up for a long time.
Yes.
I will catch you guys on the live stream tonight as you're listening to this, and so will Colin and Nathan, and Mike will be here with us, NFL draft expert for Second and Short, Mike Lawal. And then I will catch you as well. What? We all say our full names here.
You gonna say his middle name too?
I don't know his middle name. Don't say it. Yeah, don't dox him. So you'll tune into the live stream tonight. Then you'll tune in on Thursday for the college football show. Then Friday for the podcast with me and Luke. And then again, right here a week from now to listen to me and Colin once again, talking about NFL Week 8. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. We will see you guys tonight as you're listening. And we'll catch you guys later.
See ya.
Peace.